Hello, welcome back for another live, and this one is special because it's going to be a call-in live. I'm looking to introduce this new feature into future live streams where I have you come on in and join me on screen, yes, cameras and all, and have conversations about accountability, because I want to integrate accountability coaching and call-ins on my channel. Of course, there would be a plane flying over. So tonight's topic is about, it's very controversial, and it has been trending on social media for at least a week now. If you've been on TikTok, if you've been on YouTube, the war on Black women's weight, which is what they're calling it, the war on Black women's weight. There's a video that I will play very soon that kind of sparked it for me. The first video I saw calling this out. And hi, everybody, come on in, hit the like button. Yeah, there was this one video that kind of sparked the conversation. And I've been meaning to talk about the out-of-handness that Black women's weight is taking. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Colleen. I lost 60 pounds in 8 months doing alternate day fasting, which is an intermittent fasting protocol that burns fat, snatches up your waist, leans you out, gets rid of inflammation, reverses sickness, makes you youthful, clears your skin, makes your eyes bright, clears up liver, reverses high cholesterol, lowers blood pressure. Shall I go on? Okay. And then I came on here and brought it to you, and that was in 2022. 2022 is when I introduced my alternate day fasting, how I lost 60 pounds video, and I've been at it ever since. And so we have a call-in link. If you want to call in and talk about the topic, call-in link I will drop in the chat, and it is also in the description box. But yeah, it's crazy. I feel like it's getting a bit out of hand. But let me show you the video that kind of sparked the topic, and we'll get into it because, you know, I want you guys to start calling in. I want you guys to call in. Please call in. If you have questions, I'm doing a super chat. If you have any questions, super chat. If you want to ask me a question for free, you come up and you call. That's it. That's all. Even if it's about alternate day fasting, why you're doing something, why you're struggling in a weight loss topic, I need to have this new feature like really come to fruition, because I've been like watching a lot of Ashley Dalton, and I just love how she has people come in and gives them advice. And I want to do that for the weight loss community, but I really had to touch on this topic. So let me play the video that like sparked everything. I hope you can hear it.
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's just me that be peeping that shit, bruh. Every time you go to an event full of people, full of Black people, bruh, the women be fat as hell, out of shape, bad bodied as hell, gut all out, rolls all out. And golly, like, I know this whole body positivity shit done took over, but it's like, bro, they be outside with just all types of rolls and all types of shit just going on, like, and then they be wearing the least amount of clothes. Like, that shit is so disgusting, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, because it's like, I get it, you don't give a fuck, because there's gonna be a lame ass dude still gonna try and get in your pants, but like, fuck the dude aspect. It's like, do you not like look at yourself and be like, wow, I don't let myself go way too far? Or do y'all just like are blind to that shit?
Yeah, excuse the cussing, but that was the first video I saw online, and then the responses came rolling in, and now like a week and a half later, there's a trending topic on social media. And when I watched the video, I was like, see, don't do that, love. Don't do that. It's not about him. It's about us, right? It's about us. It's not about him, because he's not wrong. He's not wrong. As I've said in previous videos, they tell you to lose the weight. They tell you to get snatched. They tell you this is the beauty standard. They tell you what to eat, how to look. They tell you what size you should be, right? And then you get right, you buckle down, and you lose weight. And there's nobody there. There's nobody there with you. And that's what I have experienced losing, at this point, 80 pounds. There's nobody here with me. The Black women around me are not at their fittest. They're not at a healthy weight. They're not looking their best selves. And it's unfortunate, because who wants to be alone in a place where we're supposed to be great together? You understand? Oop. So I just wanted to have the conversation. But then when I thought about it, watching all these videos and stuff, right? I thought about it. I was like, do y'all really care about health? Like, is it really the health? Do you really care about Black women's health? Or are you looking for someone else to focus on from your own life? So after I started like taking like in all this information, talking about the title is right there, honey. The title is right there. After I started taking in the information and watching all the videos, I kind of came to a resolution. I don't think we care that much about Black women's weight. I think that people should focus on themselves. And here's why. I feel like the more we focus on what others are doing, the less we're focused on what we should be doing. Because I'm the person that I want to be the change I want to see. The more you tell somebody to do something, guess what? The less they're going to do it. I'm burning up. Hold on, let me get my fan. I'll be right back. Because I'm hot. Apologies. Hi. I had to turn on the fan. I hope it's not too loud. Actually, it might be too loud. Okay. I feel like when we're focused too much on what others are doing, we're taking away from what we should be doing for ourselves. That's literally what I've gotten out of this war on Black women's weight conversation. It's not about coddling. People love to find reasons to not focus on themselves. Because the majority of the people that are shouting at you, telling you need to lose weight, telling you you need to do this and do that, they're usually no one that you would want to be when you grow up, no one you would switch lives with, nobody you'd want to date, nobody who you would want to hire or work with. The best thing that we can take away from this conversation about Black women's weight is that you need to be the change you want to see. That's why I focus on me. I focus on my weight. I focus on my size. I focus on my abs. I focus on my muscles. I focus on my fitness. I focus on what I'm putting into my body. I'm focused on what foods I'm buying at the supermarket. I focus on me. Because when you try to drag a horse to water, it is not going to drink. Y'all think all these people that you are shaming online is going to be like, oh, I guess it's time. I heard Ricky, Bobby, and Sarah online, and oh boy, that's exactly what I needed to hear. I needed to be shamed to lose weight. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. Ricky, Bobby, and Sarah should probably be focusing on them going to the gym, them fixing their diet, because more than likely you just came back from the drive-through at Chick-fil-A, right? All I see is a lot of people doing a lot of maneuvering from what they need to be focused on. If you want to see more Black people in shape, be the Black people in shape. If you want to see more educated Black people, be the educated Black people. If you want to see classy, less bonnets, less pajamas on the street, be the classy woman without the bonnets and the pajamas on the street. You understand? Be the role model that you want to see. You will never, because I've seen the responses. Actually, let me play this, okay? Because this video is going to be representative of the responses to the war on Black women's weight.
Says women that they need to live a healthier lifestyle because they're more prone to health problems. Y'all tell them to stay out of Black folks' business. Okay. When Black men get on here and tell Black women that they need to live a healthier lifestyle, y'all tell them to stay out of women's business. Okay. When Black women get on here to tell other Black women that they need to live a healthier lifestyle, y'all tell them to mind their business. Y'all say we're the least supported group in America, but when somebody gives y'all sound advice, y'all would rather hold on to 400 years of slavery rather than taking accountability for your present day actions. Okay.
That video is going to show you that no matter who the message is coming from, whether it's another race, another gender, from elders, from the youth, if somebody doesn't want to do it, they're not going to do it. All you can do with this information is improve yourself. Stay in your lane. Most of the people that have something to say about your lifestyle, how you're living, what you're doing, what's in your pocket, usually has a miserable life, okay? They don't have anything better to do except focus on what other people should be doing. And that's not to say that we do need to recognize the issue that is amongst Black women's weight. But guess what? If they are adults, they're adults. They are adults. And you know what I hate? Let me tell you something. You know what I can't stand? And please, I need y'all to call in and talk. Like, if you have an opposite point of view, please call me. Like, call in. Like, you could talk to me right here, right now. Like, be like, Colleen, you know what? You full of shit. Shut up. Do it. So I'd be like, okay, continue. Or you'd be like, Colleen, yeah, I agree. Call in, please. I just want to see even if it works. So, no pressure, but call in. I cannot stand. Now I lost it. I just lost it that fast. What was I going to say? I can't stand. Oh, Lord. My ADHD is bugging. Anyways, That's how I feel about this woman, you know, the war on Black women's weight. It's just, you can't make people do what they don't want to do. Here's what I hate. I hate it when I do watch Ashley Dalton, and she's actually the inspiration for me wanting to start doing call-ins, because so many of you have questions. So many of you ask me for coaching. Honestly, this is going to be the closest to coaching you're going to get, because I don't have time to give up otherwise. So if you have a question, you want to comment on the topic, the link is in the description and in the chat. Call me right here, right now. If you have a question about alternate day fasting, all of it right here, right now. What did I forget? Oh, I hate it when people lose weight, right? And then they come on the internet with a video talking about, I had weight blindness. My friends never told me. They must not like me because I had all this weight on my body and none of my friends, they don't love me. That shit pisses me off to no end, because for one, you're an adult, okay? You are responsible for yourself. For two, if I had approached you commenting about your weight, you probably would have ran and made a TikTok saying, I have hater friends. How dare she comment on my weight? I'm beautiful the way I am, and they don't know anything, and how dare they? Okay? Probably would have broken up the friendship. I really dislike when people are not taking accountability over their own life. It's not up to your friends to say, oh, you were so big, I didn't want to. That's not their problem. You know how big you are. You know how, I always knew how big I was. Where my pictures at? Because y'all must not know. I always knew how big I was. Are you serious? I'm 5'10". And that picture is me captured at my heaviest. Okay. My heaviest, I was 252 pounds. All right. And that's just the picture I captured at my heaviest. Okay. But I was heavier than this picture. I always knew, I knew I was big. Guess why? The pant sizes were going up. The dress sizes were going up. The belly rolls were going up. The discomfort was going up. You going online and telling big people they already know they're big, it's not going to shame them into working harder. It's not going to shame them into moving faster. All you can do is become self-aware and stop being a victim to your own circumstances. And this is why I preach so much about accountability and self-awareness. What accountability does, thank you. These are my bangs that I've been rocking for like a long time now. What I love so much about accountability is that it's not about self-blame. Accountability is not self-blame. Accountability is essentially the role you took part in a circumstance or an event in your own life or situation. Okay? What part you took. And when you're able to be self-actualized and realize what part you took, you realize you are the driver of your own car. When you have no accountability, it's a victim mentality. You become a victim, which means that you are essentially in life's blender, and whatever happens to you, and you have no way of escaping it. It's just, I'm just a victim to my circumstances. What accountability does is it gives you the steering wheel back. All right. Why accountability is so hard to swallow is because shame is a bitter pill to swallow. And I'm going to get with you guys as soon as I finish this little speech. Accountability is so hard for y'all to take because shame is a bitter pill to swallow. Taking accountability means we have to feel the worst feeling in the world, which is probably worse than guilt, worse than a heartbreak. It's shame. Shame will make us run over hills and mountains to avoid accountability. July? All right, I have a caller up, and make sure you guys have your camera on. All right, camera's on. Camera's on. If you have any questions, it's a super chat. Okay? If you want to ask a question for free, you know what to do. Yeah, I'm blackmailing y'all today. Like, I need y'all to call in. All right, Phoebe, are you ready?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was cameras on.
Yeah, put your camera on so I can see your face. Even though your avatar is really cute.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, let me make my way to a different place in my house. Okay, hopefully. Let's see. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. What's your take on tonight's topic about Black women's weight?
I think that it's fair as far as our community is concerned with, having concerns about the correlation with Black women's weight and the health of our community, the mental health, the emotional health, and all that kind of stuff, how that correlates with how we, the quality of our decision making, the quality of our lives. I get it. The only problem is that with our community in particular, it just seems as though these statements are never made in love, with love. Mm-hmm. They're never made with gentleness or kindness. They're never made in consideration of all the other aspects and all the other things that we are actively dealing with. We know that stress contributes to weight, weight retention. We know that, how we're conditioned, even income at times, not all the time, but, we can say that as far as how we're conditioned to make decisions with food and things.
Did I lose you? Oh no, did I lose Phoebe? I think I lost Phoebe. But she was making some valid points. Okay? Once we recognize that these are the situations, right? If we have stress in our lives, if we have income issues, Phoebe, call back if you can, okay? If we have, food deserts, which people like to put out like they're living in the middle of Oklahoma, there's healthy options everywhere, okay? Once we know what is contributing, please find a way to fix it, all right? Because you will never change your life until you're ready. You have to be ready. You're ready. And that's why I don't believe the way people are approaching this is out of love. Like, y'all can't go around calling people big backs and fat asses and you got 15 jelly rolls and you big and slut. Like who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? You know, don't ever in your life let anybody talk to you like that. Like, I would never change lives with you. So don't talk to me like that. Linda, I'm adding you to the stage. Hi, Linda.
Colleen, how are you?
A pleasure to see you. Thank you for joining.
Surely, I'm so glad to talk to you. So,
Excellent.
I'm sorry, please go ahead.
No, go ahead. Please tell me your thoughts on tonight's topic about Black women's weight. Do you think that it's in love, or do you think that everybody should mind their business?
How do I answer that? So, I have to say this is not new for me. It's something that I have noticed about a year and a half ago. I've noticed that I'm an African woman. Black women in Africa, in Europe, here, and even in Brazil, which I really like. I like Brazil a lot, and I watch some clips, and sometimes I see all these women dancing samba, this and that, and the majority of large women are Black, and then it hit me. What is going on with us? And I am one of them. So I'm not talking badly about them. I am one of them. And I'm like, what is wrong with us? What's going on with us? All over the world, we tend to be the largest women. It got to the point where for me, I have decided to change because I was tired of being obese, really. And and I've tried several diets and I couldn't. I just started on July 1st with the carnivore diet. I absolutely love it. I am shedding weight. I am full. It's I have my goal of getting down to size 4 or 2. And I'm not stopping. And I have to say, I was doing the carnivore, and then you eat less and less as you get on because you are just full. You don't eat as much. I was doing OMAD because I wasn't hungry with the protein. Then I saw your video 2 weeks ago? And that same day, I decided to go on ADF. And one day, I eat one day, and then I don't eat until 2 days later at 1 p.m. So it's like 48 hours fasting, basically, because I only need one meal. It's amazing, and I'm losing weight. I'm working out, and I don't stop watching your videos. I love them. Thank you for everything you're doing, teaching us and helping us lose even more weight. I can't hear you. It's been 3 weeks. I'm weighing tomorrow, and I lost 14 pounds in 3 weeks.
Wow.
And that's never happened before.
Wow. Your body was highly.
I just want to encourage other Black. Thank you. And so I just want to encourage, it's something that I noticed, and just encourage other Black women. The way people talk about it is gross, and it's mean, and it's very condescending, but it's somewhere there's a reality of it. We need to accept it. It's not for everybody, because there was a time where I wasn't that ready. We all have been there. You think you're ready, but you're not really.
What made you ready?
My age. I'm in my mid 40s. My age, my knees are hurting, my ankles are hurting, and my back is hurting. And these are things I never had before. And I have high blood pressure. And it's a bad thing to say, but I haven't seen my doctor because she told me to lose weight, and I just couldn't. So I'm like, I haven't seen her for about 2-3 years. So I'm like, she's waiting for me, my PCP. She's waiting for me. And I'm ashamed of going back to her because I can't get that weight off. But I can't wait to be done with this.
That, Linda. I'm glad you mentioned the word shame, because the more we speak about the things that we feel ashamed of, the freer we are of it. So I'm glad you were able to release that and actually know that you had shame around that because you weren't doing what your doctor told you to do, and you couldn't face her again not doing it. That's a problem a lot of people have with accountability, is the shame. But I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you.
Thank you. It's exhilarating. I'm excited. My knees don't hurt as much already. I'm thriving. I just have to say, and encourage all the other women. Let's get into more fitted body for our health, for our well-being, for clothes, and all those type of things. Okay, so I just want to encourage especially us, because we are the most affected by this weight issue. If you want to be honest, And we can do it. Get on with the keto, get on with the carnivore. It's a life changer. You will not miss the other food you used to eat. And just, it's lovely. It's beautiful. But I won't take too much of your time. I just wanted to say that and participate.
Well,
And I
thank you
appreciate
so
you,
much.
Colleen.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for calling in, and you're doing a fabulous job. Please keep it up and call back when you've made a significant difference. Please keep
Surely.
up.
Great.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Linda. Thank
Bye,
you.
Colleen. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Linda was losing her weight. Okay. All right. So I have Phoebe back. Hi,
Hello.
Phoebe.
Hi. I'm so sorry. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I'm glad you came back.
I definitely forgot to mention that about 2 or 3 years ago, I found your videos on YouTube. I had not found anyone that I could relate to. I'm a mom. I had, I was able to finally get out of a very tumultuous relationship with my children's father. And, I was a church kid. I tried to do everything the right way, good girl, do all the things, all the jazz, and I ended up with my life blown up like TNT. And in shambles, overweight. I had always been fit my whole entire life. However, having children and being in this type of toxic environment, my body just started holding on to all kinds of weight that I never did see in my life. And seeing your video, you talked about depression. You talked about the relationship. You talked about being a mom. You talked about feeling like a loser. Not showing up as yourself anymore. Like literally being in like incubation, like just being secluded from everything that you thought you were and all that kind of stuff. And that literally broke me free. Like I felt like I was like you were speaking to me, and I never had any creator speak to me in that way, because the creators, they usually have like, a whole heap of like, support. They're probably not a mom, or their situation is probably way out there, not close to mine, but yours just fit right. And I was like, wow. And it was like, you were talking about all the little nuances that I just felt like I was seeing for the first time. And I started doing fasting. I started, taking things slow. You documented when things were down and when things were up. You documented your ADHD journey. Never had I ever heard, because it's a very taboo subject in my community. Very taboo. My mom doesn't even know. I
A lot
take
of people
ADHD.
think it's like a quirky personality.
Oh
It's
yeah.
truly a mental condition. Which affects a lot more people than we think.
Absolutely. A lot more people like us.
Like us.
And
Black
definitely
women.
contributed to I feel like it contributed to how my life turned out, my decisions, and anxiety, all that fear of rejection, all of that. All of that.
Yes.
I
The
wasn't.
intense sensitivity, rejection sensitivity, binge eating,
Yes.
looking for dopamine hits in probably the worst ways possible.
Absolutely. Dopamine, look. Yeah. Yep. But anywho,
Happy to share my story, and it's relatable. That's all I could hope for. I'm glad you found solace in that.
your story was life-changing for me. The fact that you went back to school, got your own apartment, it's like getting back into fun as a woman, like not feeling like everything's done for you. You're dead. You're a mom. Get out of here. Society doesn't want you. No, look at you. And I saw myself.
Yeah.
And you killed it for me. You killed it for me.
Oh, bless
Keep
you.
killing it for me. Thank
I
you.
will. And we're going to kill it together.
Thank you so much.
Together.
Thank you so much. But just a quick on the subject of Black women and the weight thing. The reason, the only thing is that we're not being spoken to in a certain way that is gentle. I feel as though I see other nationalities of women that are, bigger than they should be, or what have you, or, over, that are going through things. But I feel as though a large majority of us are holding our communities on our backs without support. And we are holding on to weight because our body is in survival mode.
That is the foundation of why so many Black women are overweight.
Absolutely.
They are the pillar, the foundation, the concrete, the mortar, the builder, and the resident.
Absolutely.
I get
And
it.
and we're doing it all for our communities. And the reason why I didn't know I was overweight is because I couldn't see myself. I had never done something for myself in my womanhood. I had never done something for myself that was beneficial for me. I was told that would be selfish. Also, oh, you bougie, you this and that. You know what I mean? But when I began to, read affirmations, meditating, not grabbing something to eat every time I'm bored, every time my mind is occupied with something, things got better for me because I chose me. I wasn't listening to outside. I saw somebody that looked like me, that spoke to me, and I said, I could do this. I see her in me. I can do this. And that's what spoke to me. The gentleness in your story, the vulnerability in your story. So if we see more people like us showing vulnerability, removing that shame by showing light to what we're trying to hide,
Removing the shame is the goal.
absolutely, we will get there.
Removing the shame is the goal.
Yes. But I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you so much, Colleen.
Thank you,
Thank you for your
Phoebe.
contribution. Thank you.
You're a blessing. Take care.
Take care.
Phoebe, thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I've always aimed to do here is to be firm but gentle, you know. Sometimes I'm a little firmer, sometimes I'm a little gentler. But the balance is the goal because I still have to indicate to you that you are not living your best life. And that's why I tell so many of y'all, numerous videos now, Barbara, I see you, baby, that if you are in survival mode, do your best to get out of survival mode because it is hard to lose weight when your base, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is not met. Shelter, food, safety. Okay? It does come up in order. Weight is probably not the best thing to focus on if you are trying to keep your head above water. You understand? Try to get your life in as stable condition as possible because it's true. A lot of Black women are the pillars, are the foundation, are the matriarch. They have a lot of things on their back. And some people are going to come in and be like, oh, that's an excuse. Whether you feel it's a reason or excuse, it's true. It's true. A lot of other communities have counterparts to take relief off of them. Black community, not so much. I will mark the Black community as a matriarch. I will. Just like Native American, that's a matriarch. Italians, matriarchy, okay? Which means they foundationally rely on the mother, the grandmother, the female presence in the home. But either way, let's add Barbara. Barbara, do you have your camera on? Barbara, are you there?
I'm here, Colleen. Hi.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, I
Pleasure.
can't believe it. Okay, so I came across your videos about a month ago, and I have been binge watching every single day. And I started doing ADF about 4 weeks ago, about that time, and it's just been life changing for me. I've been obese half of my life, and it's just been so encouraging, watching your videos and implementing some of the things. And I also follow other, like Dr. Mindy Peltz, Jason Fung.
Yes, as you should.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And so it's been a great journey.
How
So I
long have
don't
you
know.
been on your journey?
I want to say about 6 weeks.
Okay, that's a good amount
Yeah.
of time. Have you had
Yeah.
any results?
Yes, I have. So I was 222 end of May. And as of last week, I'm down to 203. So I've lost about 20 pounds.
That is in 6 weeks, 20 pounds
Yeah.
down.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
love to see. Y'all better snap for Barbara. Okay, that is wonderful. How do you feel now?
Oh, I feel great. It's getting easier and easier, and I look forward to a fast day. So over the weekend,
Brave the
I
fast.
went, yeah, and I hadn't fasted since Wednesday because I went to my niece's wedding, and so I just couldn't do it. Came back yesterday, Sunday, and so today I was like, okay, I'm gonna, I have to get back into it. And I thought I would struggle, but I made sure yesterday that I loaded up on protein and didn't do a lot of carbs. So it's
Mhm.
been a lot easier, for me today. I haven't had any trouble.
Can I ask you what made you start to
What?
recognize and work on your weight?
Absolutely. I was tired of being obese. I was inflamed. I had inflammation in my knees, in my joints, just aching. If I tried working out, strength training, but that was so painful.
Mhm.
Like I would do squats, I was trying to get into shape, but I would be in so much pain. My knees were just killing me, and I was just miserable. And so what really um, got me, I said, okay, I can't do this anymore. Well, I saw a picture of myself and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, okay,
Was it a
no.
candid?
Yeah.
Yep, the candid will do it to y'all. That's what I said. If you want to change your life, set somebody up in your life to send you a candid, and it will never fail that it would just something clicks.
And I'm telling you, that's what happened. It
Same for
clicked,
me.
it snapped, and I started, I said, I have to do whatever I need to do to get this weight off. So I started the keto diet. I had done keto a number of years ago and was successful. Then I got pregnant, and 3 years ago, so I wasn't able to get the weight off, right? So I did keto, but that wasn't happening as fast as before. And then I was just, you know, watching Jason Fung and all, and then your video came up on ADF, and I was like, oh my gosh. I think I was used to doing 18/6, so I had never done anything beyond 24 hours. So it was very intimidating, but I tried it and I just kept going. Your
Absolutely.
videos really, really have just been such a blessing, Colleen. It's
Oh,
unbelievable.
you have a goal in mind?
Yeah, so my goal is to get down to 150, 160, 150.
Okay.
So,
How tall are you?
I'm sorry?
How tall are you?
Oh, I'm 5'5", so I'm not
Okay.
that tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. You have a good goal in mind, and I pray that you reach the single digits of pants and step over the
Yeah.
haters and the naysayers and those who didn't think you could do it, and the nagas online talking about obese Black women and stuff. Prove
Yes.
them wrong. I'm glad
Yes.
that you chose to do it on your own time, but in time, because obviously it was going in a way that was damaging your frame, your joints, your tendons. So you're saving yourself. Only you can save you. I can't save you. I can't shame you into it. I can't love you into it. I can't coddle you into it. It has to be your decision. And that's what I want people online to understand. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. It has to be your decision. I'm very proud of you, Barbara.
Thank you, Colleen, and I'm so happy to meet you.
Uh, Please keep us updated and call back another time, okay?
I certainly will. Thank you so much.
All
God
right, you
bless.
take care. God
Bye.
bless you. Oh, I love it. I love to see it. We lost Kiki. Okay, so yes, if you want to call in, talk about the topic on Black women's weight, if you want to have a testimony, if you have a question about ADF, call me. call me. This is the closest thing you're going to get to coaching, because I'm not dedicating any time more than I have to YouTube. I love y'all, but there's only but so much time I have. But I'm very proud. I'm very proud when you make the decision. You understand? You have to make the decision. And you will only leave the table when you are tired of what's being served. With the conversation and the war on Black women's weight online, the comments that the videos, the response videos as to why Black women are the way they are, a lot of the comments are like, excuses, 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 excuses. I get it. I get it. People don't want to hear it. They just want you to lose weight. You have to understand they're quite all right. They're going to be okay. The more you focus on your lane and what you need to do, the better. I do understand why some personal trainers are like annoyed, because it sucks when you put time, energy, and effort into someone that said they wanted to change and are doing everything to sabotage themselves. It kills you. And they're hired. So imagine someone like your partner, your children, your mom, your dad sees you going down a path that's, you're blowing up. You're not who they remember. You're not the same. Because always, always with weight comes a change in identity. It never fails. When you lose weight, you're going to lose a piece of self-esteem. You're going to lose a piece of confidence. You're going to lose that spark sometimes in life, especially if you were one way and then got big. If you were big your whole life, you probably don't even know different. I don't even know if it's better or worse if you've been big your whole life, because it's like you've never had a chance to experience otherwise. So how could you fight for a body you've never experienced? You understand? There's some people online that have been big their whole life and are talking about, oh, I don't need to be this, and I don't need to follow Eurocentric standards, and I don't need to, and I love it. But you never even tasted the other side. And that's why people like me, who have lost a considerable amount of weight, bark so loud sometimes, because we're like, yo, life is sweeter on the other side. Like, if you thought you were living in this big body nicely, imagine if you took some effort and jumped over to this side and really experienced living. It's different. Guess what? If you don't like how you look, at a size 6, you could always gain the weight back. If you have been a size 28 and you don't like how you look at a size 12, you could gain the weight back, but you should experience it. I feel like it's a deprivation of your best self. And how I feel like we try to compensate for a body we're not in love with. Do the degrees. We dive into the careers, certifications on certifications. We're running the businesses. The nails are never not done. The hair is never not done. The face is never not done. The clothes are expensive. The shoes are expensive. Mind you, this is all trying to accommodate for a body that you're not proud of. I say some of the most successful people are not overweight. Most successful people are not overweight. Why? That's akin to their discipline, their routine, micro habits. You could only cover up so much with your degrees and accolades and trophies. You know why getting to your desired body weight is so hard? Let me make sure I don't have anybody. Do you know why? And I've said this before. I said because every day you have to pour into yourself. With the degree, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. With the career, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. with the outfits, the nail. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You do it, instant gratification, okay? With diet and exercise, it is something you have to do every single day, made by you, a choice made by you every single day for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But guess what? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You can do something that makes you feel good. You can eat stuff that makes you feel good. You don't even have to all the way cut out the things you love. When I was doing alternate day fasting and lost my 60 pounds, I was eating donuts. I was drinking Mai Tais and Blue Hawaiians. I was eating burgers. I didn't cut out all the things I loved, but I had to make better choices in order to fuel a Bentley and not a hoopty. It was a decision I had to make every single day for weeks and months and years, and for years going, because it's no longer a diet, a protocol, a pattern. It's my life. It's now my life. You have to think that you are reversing. You're reversing years and years and years of conditioning, habits, vices, patterns that you've been taught since probably childhood, that you don't deserve, that you're not worth, that you're no better than, that you should stay humble, that vanity is a sin. All these things are wired into your head. God didn't put you on this earth to look anything less than ideal. He didn't put you on this earth to waddle, to be in pain, to be inflamed, to be uncomfortable, physically or mentally. All right. Hi, Kat, adding you to the stage. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Do you have any comments on tonight's topic, Black women's weight?
I do, but I definitely heard, I've been listening to you, I want to say for the past couple of months. I want to say for the past 6 months, and definitely heard you say a couple of those statements that essentially we're not here to be in pain. And that definitely resonated with me. Like what triggered with me, I'm a special education teacher, and what kind of motivated me to start ADF was I had to work in a much larger building than I'm accustomed to. And I had to, for the sake of my students, I had to start on the first floor of my building and then quickly transition to the third floor to work with for eighth grade students and then sixth grade students. And it was causing my ankles to become swollen. And I couldn't tell if it was just me trying to work in a building that didn't have an working elevator, or was it because of my weight. And I started at about 190 pounds. And I was like, is it because like I'm just an inflamed human being and I'm just trying to run up like 3 flights of stairs to make it to like work with my students, or is it because I'm inflamed? So I couldn't really like make the connection. So when I just connected with like your YouTubes, I was like, maybe I should just try like fasting. Cause I was like, I'm like soaking my feet every day. Like I'm trying to like eat salads because I can't like walk all the way across the building to like put my food in the refrigerator. I was like, what is it? So I just tried like fasting, and like I lost like maybe like just 5 pounds, and just taking 5 pounds off my body like made the world of difference. And I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna also like that got me. And I dropped about 30 pounds. So right now what I'm
Wow.
finding is that,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Big deal. Don't just glide over. That's a big deal. Congratulations.
So at the top, really I kind of monitor my weight by going to doctor's appointments. At the height of my highest weight was about 192 pounds. And the last time I went to the doctor's appointment, she clocked it at about 163. So my goal weight is to trying to get down to 150.
Yeah.
So now, like, one of your most recent videos was now I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I do, like, when I'm like winding down to like my
Mhm.
post ADF like lifestyle,
Yeah.
because like I don't really do well with like not extremes.
Okay, so you're within the 10 to 15 pound range of that goal. Now you're going to start working on fat loss versus weight loss. You've lost the majority of the inflammation, weight. Now it's time to basically body recomp. Okay, because sometimes it's not necessarily we have more weight to lose. We need to start shedding fat. That's going to look like upping the protein. That's going to look like being really strict on those nighttime eatings. Y'all,
Exactly.
if you want to lean out, this is for if you want to lean out, you need to go to bed hungry. I'm so sorry, not sorry. You have to go to
You
bed
need me.
hungry. It makes the biggest difference. It truly does. If you feel like you haven't been seeing results, go to bed hungry. This is at least 3 hours before you go into rest. Stop eating. Okay, and it's going to look like having a good fitness routine, a routine, not doing something here and there and everywhere, a routine that you could stick to but enjoy. That's a big part. So whether you like jump roping, whether you like to go on power walks, go to the gym, YouTube is free. Okay, they have plenty of free programs. That's what's going to take you into that goal, that dream body. Okay. You said you only weigh yourself when you go to the doctor.
No, I do have a scale,
You
but
have a
that's kind
scale.
of typically what like where I've been like seeing like my, because I try not to like really like obsess like about it, because
Yeah.
like if
Right.
because I was just like, if I start obsessing, then it's just like, okay, I wait, today I was like 170, but then I
Mhm.
was like 174. Like, why am I not like, why didn't I lose like this pound? Why did I gain that? And I was like, well,
I see what
that's,
you mean.
yeah. But like,
Yeah.
the,
Just keep moving your body. That's going to really bring you into the home stretch. You're already doing your fasting. Make sure you're eating as whole foods as possible. That fiber and protein cannot do you wrong. It doesn't mean that's all you have to do is eat big chicken and potatoes, but you want to make sure you're having whole foods, drink your water, electrolytes, okay, and move. Moving is going to be a big difference maker because sometimes we just use the ADF to get us to the home stretch. Once we kick in that exercise, that fitness, that's when we get the dream body that we've been dreaming about.
yeah, because now I'm starting to see, like, now I really want to see like the difference in shape. That's not really like what I,
Exactly.
because like now I'm getting closer. I'm just like, I'm not seeing, I want to see a shape.
A shape. That's what I want for you as well. Because some people will lose all their weight and still not like what they see, right? They'll get
Exactly.
down to that 140 and be like, why do I look? I'm skinny fat. Muscles have deteriorated. So that's why the protein is so important. Whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, carnivore, keto, the protein needs to be at the forefront. Preserve that muscle, and then you'll get that dream body. Yada yada.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, my pleasure, Kat. Thank you for calling in. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. That sometimes y'all don't even need to lose weight. Sometimes you just need to build muscle. Sometimes your dream body is just a little recomp away. You need to lift some weights. You need to have a fitness routine. And that's why, honestly, I've been a little ghost. I skipped last week's, I'm not proud of it. I skipped last week's live because I have been in the gym. I have been in the gym so hard, y'all. Not just because I have a dream physique in mind, For one, fitness has been the only constant in my life probably since age 7, to be honest. I have always been an active person, and me not moving is against my nature. I don't know anything else. Plus, since I've been overweight since age 10, I always have to work out. That's all I know. Also, it's great for your mental health. Okay, I don't go anywhere fancy. I used to go to Gold's Gym. It was too far, so I wasn't going there enough. If it's too far, you know you're not going to go there, cancel it. Okay, now I go to the Planet Fitness. Literally, I could walk there. That's how close it is. That's where you need to be. You need to be in the middle of your living room. You need to be in the basement. You need to be in the garage. Anywhere that makes fitness convenient is where you should be doing it. If it's during your lunch break, if it's before work, if it's after eating, get your body up, okay? You have to start moving. And back to that, stop eating at night. Stop eating at night. Whether you're feasting or fast, stop eating at night. The reason you're overweight, the reason you still have belly fat, the reason you're not at your weight yet is because you're eating at night. You're eating at night. If you just do that little part, because I remember when I was doing 16-8. I remember I was doing 16-8, the first ever fasting protocol I ever did. Lost over 40 pounds in around 8 to 9 months, right? After my first son. And I had that classic 12 to 8. Do you know that it killed me to stop eating at 8? Absolutely killed me to stop eating at 8. It was the hardest part of 16-8 was to stop eating at 8. But when I did stop eating at 8, that's when I would get little kicks in my leanness. I would wake up and my stomach was flatter and I would have better bowel movements. When you go to sleep with food on your stomach, your body doesn't have a chance to digest and extract and excrete. You're gonna wake up constipated. All this food sitting on your stomach. Why? Because it didn't have a chance to use gravity to let it go through the system. You laying down on it. All this food just sitting in your system, your colon. That's wild. That's wild. And I know you're not getting enough fiber. I already know that. Most Americans don't. Stop eating at night. If you just do that part, if you just start your if you're doing 16-8, skip dinner, not breakfast, especially if you're a woman. As a woman, eat breakfast. Protein load your breakfast. Protein load your breakfast. Because when I stopped having coffee on an empty stomach, stopped eroding my stomach lining, stopped getting jittery, stopped getting anxiety, stopped getting heart palpitations, the appetite suppression wasn't even worth it anymore. I was like, oh, okay, I see why they say breakfast is really the most important. Skip dinner, not breakfast if you're doing 16-8. You can lose weight. I promise you. But a lot of us, it's that time of the night where we make the worst decisions in life, to be honest. Let's think about all the bad decisions you've ever made in life. What time were they made? Usually when the sun set, right? Okay. Things that we regret, things that we wish we could rewind. It's at night when our decision-making capacity has gone to hell. We want the candy, we want the chips, we want to text, we want the calls, we want the hookup. I'm probably just speaking for myself. That's me, honest. I get lonely at night. I want to text who I'm not supposed to text. That's why I say you have to journal. Get a hobby. Go look something to do. You have to do something that brings you joy, aka dopamine. Because the food is not loving you back. And that's why we're having a cultural health crisis amongst Black women. because y'all are removed from yourselves. You'll do anything to escape not only accountability, but feeling. Yes, you're the pillar of your community. Yes, you're living in survival. Yes, you probably don't make enough money as a single mother. Yes, the weight of the world. Yes, the job. Yes, yes, yes. What are you going to do about it? Now what? Now what? Okay, now what? Y'all just eating your feelings. Go pick up a book and say, I had a bad day. Turn on the saddest songs that are speaking to your life. Go in the shower and go cry. No, go bawl. No, go sob. Dry heave into the hot water. Y'all are not purging enough for me, and it's showing, literally, in belly fat. Y'all storing all these feelings, it's getting stored as visceral fat. You think I'm joking? I'm not playing with you. You need to purge your feelings if you want to lose weight and keep the weight off. Because that's why people are hitting these comments like, we don't want to hear it, excuses, because y'all have but so many times to tell me who did this to you, why you're in this situation. I can't do it. You have but so many times, because we're getting sick of it. It's not the reasons, the excuses are not hitting anymore. Because what I do over here, Colleen Marie Cares, there's no victim mentality over here. Pure solutions. I'll hold your hand for about a good 5 minutes, and then we have to figure out what we're going to do about it. You only have 5 minutes. Five, it's 5. And then we have to figure something out, my dear. And if you're not ready, say that. If you are not ready, there's no shame in not being ready. You have permission to not be ready. You have permission. I don't know how much time you have, because a lot of the ladies that called in, they said their ankles were swollen. They said they couldn't walk. They weren't making it up steps. Okay, they had to make decisions immediately because their body was already telling them there's a crisis happening. And if you noticed, the callers that called in, it wasn't because I wanted to fit into a dress. I wanted to stunt on my ex. I wanted to look good at the family reunion. Their body told them, we're not okay. Their body told them, we need to do something. You don't have to wait until your body is starting to break down before you make the decision. You can do it before that. If you are already on the verge of overweight and obesity, please, I beg, don't go into obesity. Because obesity will usually lead into morbid obesity. It is hard to catch yourself once you start sliding. It's like you're on wet, muddy ground. And then you're going to want somebody, why didn't anybody say anything? You knew. I know you're smart. You're so smart. You knew. But you weren't ready. And that's okay. That is okay. But you cannot waste people's time with sob stories. Guess what? We're all in the same boat. I don't know if you know this. There's races that experience PCOS. There's other genders that experience high insulin and stress. We all have jobs. We all have kids. We all have mortgages. We all have health conditions. It's a choice. We all are going through it. But how you choose to deal with it, it is on you. Okay? It is on you. You cannot lead a horse to water. What's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can only save yourself. Let me go through the comments. I'm not answering no question. If you have a question, you could call me or you can chat. Okay. If you want, if there's one more call, I'll drop the link, the call-in link in the chat. I'm gonna go through the chat, see if there's any comments. I'll do comments. I'm not doing no questions unless you do a super chat or call for free. My Shine says, people always hate to see you elevate because they're too lazy to change their lives. They will always have something to say about somebody else. You have to stay in your own lane. Be the change that you want to see is the moral of this live. Be the change that you want to see. If you want to see, they just came out with the Oak Bluffs collection for Ralph Lauren. And some people are like, oh, this isn't representative of the Black experience. We rock the polo and we used to boost from Macy's. And you know, when Ye and Young Dro. That's not the same. That's not Ralph Lauren. That's Polo by Ralph Lauren. But that's not Ralph Lauren. Okay, there's a higher echelon of Black people that like really elevated experiences in Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard. You know, you can't lump everybody into one. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, never mind. Anyways, my husband and I were just talking about this. We love not being stereotypes. Yeah. Don't be the bonnet wearer. Don't be the pajama wearer. Don't be the loud. And this is not to say that you are betraying your culture, but be the change you want to see. If people are angry everywhere, don't be another angry person. If people have road rage on the street, don't be a road rager. If people are not kind, be the kindness you want to see. If people are overweight left and right, make sure you're fit. I love not being a stereotype either. I speak to I'm not surprised, but so many people are like, oh, like, where are you from? America? No, like, your background. What they mean to say is, why do I speak so eloquently? Why am I so articulate? Why am I so not Black? Mind you, this is like other races. Even actually in my own race. When I was in high school, they called me Oreo. I was an Oreo. Black on the outside, white on the inside. Mind you, I'm blackity black, Jamaican, of Jamaican descent. We're not a monolith. Be the change you want to see in your community, in your culture, in your neighborhood. People over here worried about what Sarah is doing. If Sarah wants to eat herself into an early grave, let Darwinism take its course. You worry about you. Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. That's it. That's all. It really boggled my mind how much people really don't mind their business. Because I really, after I was consuming all these videos, I was like, wait, how does this help me? I really sat and I thought, I was like, how does worrying about what the fat people are doing help me? If they don't care about themselves, am I supposed? I don't know you. They have a family. They have loved ones. Let them worry about them. That's why I say it's not genuine. the talk is not genuine because it's not handled with grace. It's not handled with care. It's not handled with love. It's definitely not delivered with any kind of respect, because who the F are you talking to? Y'all over here calling us names, disrespect, and we're supposed to receive this? Are you mad on top of the names I already call myself? Who the fuck are you talking to? Don't let nobody disrespect you, especially no strangers online. I would rather delete the app than accommodate anybody coming to me with less than an ounce of respect. Worry about yourself. When I'm damn ready to take care of my health, I got this. You can see I'm fired up. So I'm just like thinking about it, like, who y'all talking to? And it's always somebody who's a loser, like with a capital L. Like you just hear that, you see them on the screen. They're dusty, they're ashy, their hair's not done, their eyebrows are bushy, and they're talking about belly rolls. Like, I get it. It's hard not seeing your girls with you in the fitness journey. But who are you? Like, the look. Tenchi says, no matter what's going on, we run rent-free in everyone's mind. It is annoying and traumatizing. So even if it is something we need to hear, who wants to hear it wrapped in negativity? Okay. Talking to people like that, it'll never work. I find most people I inspire a surprise. I go into work every day dressed, okay? Skirts, dresses, trousers with tucked in pants, with the sleeves rolled perfectly so. My corporate outfit game is chef's kiss, business casual slay. I wear the heels, the slingbacks, and the high boots. I don't play games when it comes to my office corporate, because I go in 3 days a week. It's my time to wear the wardrobe, okay? This is what I wore to work. Okay, they got shoulder today. Now all of a sudden, I see people with the heels. I see dresses. I see skirts. I see color. I see cardigans. A few months ago, I saw these people in jeans and Avia sneakers. Okay. I'll go down to the lunchroom and somebody be like, you always dress so nice. Mind you, I don't know them from Adam, but they see you, they notice you, and they like it. Be the change you want to see. You don't know who you're inspiring. Just stay in your lane and keep going. You have no idea who's probably inspired by you. Maybe you're thugging it out and finishing your degree. Maybe you're on your home buying journey. Maybe you are doing a fertility journey or, engaged. You never know who you're inspiring. Maybe that person gave up on love, and then seeing your partnership being so healthy, they believed in love. I'm like that with one of my friends. The Denton family, if you check them out on YouTube, tell them I sent you. The Denton family, I'm like the only example of a healthy Black relationship I have. Like, I love them so much. Husband and wife, been married for years. Just, you never know who you're inspiring. Just keep thugging along. People are probably watching you lose weight and be like, oh, she could do it. Hopefully they'll be inspired and not a hater. Usually haters are people that want to do the same thing you're doing, but are too afraid to. I have realized this about us Black women worldwide, and I'm one of them. I personally decided to change it. I started the carnivore diet a month ago, and thanks to you, I'm now doing ADF as well. I'm very proud of you. Good job. They would have called you a monitoring spirit. Yes. Naima, I always see you here, my love, and you're downing yourself. I don't appreciate it. Okay, I hope you gave up the weed. That's another thing. That's a stereotype I don't like with Black people. Weed. Oh Lord. Weed and Hennessy. Can we switch the drink? Can we switch the drink? I don't like it when people just come up to us and be like, oh yeah, I like this, don't you? Like a plate of chicken, watermelon, grape soda, weed, and Hennessy. And it's like a trap that they set for you and you fall for. I don't like that. All right. I hope you drinking the new Sprite tea soda. That don't sound like we're on the right track, Naima. Naima, you better still be here. Naima, I need you to call me. That's what I need you to do, Naima. We need to talk. We need to talk. It's too hot to be big. You're right. My knees used to hurt. I was breathless after a flight of stairs. I had heart palpitations when I was 220. I could feel the fat. Yes, you feel the fat. There comes a time where your frame is like, the load is really weighing because your skeleton can only manage but so much. That's why when you see on My 600-Pound Life, all those people are bedridden. Their frame, their skeleton can literally no longer hold anymore. Don't let that be you. And the thing about becoming really morbidly obese is like you stretch your skin out so much. So when you do finally decide to lose weight, then you got to go do weight loss surgery. Lord, it's just going to be expensive, y'all. Don't get out of hand. Don't get out of hand. Brianna says, did you know that Black women are more prone to higher blood pressure and more likely to be sick? I think this can contribute to weight issues. Why are they more prone? QB says, first caller is so correct. That's Phoebe. I use a trauma approach in my clinical practice. Many people are overweight due to some form of trauma. Society uses humiliation tactics to make people change. I agree. I agree with all of this. All of this. I was watching a creator, Six the Goddess. She has a lot of weight loss content. It's controversial. But she did say something. She was like, I will talk to a big girl. And as soon as I see her, she'd be like, who touched you? Who essayed you? And they would start breaking down and start crying. And she was like, I know, baby, I know. I know there's a trauma attached to this weight, some form of trauma. She's usually like, she said, it's usually somebody essayed her, raped her, some form of molestation, that kind of stuff, you know. I honestly, to be honest, I don't know one woman that hasn't. I don't know one woman that has it. And it's so, like, it's sad. Like, if you've made it a majority of your life without it, how? These phone calls are an amazing addition to your platform. Thank you. I want to do accountability advice so you guys could just call in and ask questions. About ADF, if you have any trauma you want to talk to me about. I want essentially to be the journal that you refuse to make. So if you're struggling in some form of your weight loss journey, call me and we'll talk together and use that call to help somebody else, because you never know. That's the goal. So I'm glad you like it so far. And thank you so much to the participants. I have one more call and then we're out of here. Comments. Mrs. White says the comments that Black women get about their body is awful. Someone always has something negative to say. Okay, so Levana is going to be my last call. Hi, Levana.
Hi, Colleen. It's so nice to meet you.
A pleasure. I see the name all the time. Good to put a face to it.
That's sweet of you. It's very inspiring, most importantly, to see your journey of how you came this far. And to be honest, I relate a lot to you with the kick-ass attitude you have. It's got to be done. It's not to be postponed. You want the change, you got to see it and be the first. So I had started my journey of intermittent fasting and all that, but I developed some kind of an acid reflux issues. So what I want to ask the community and you specifically is there a way you could work your way up to a 16-8, 18F, OMAD, and an ADF eventually? How would you suggest to restart it?
Which one specifically? Just in order or just starting any?
In order.
Yeah, definitely 16-8 if you want to well, have you done ADF before?
No, I was working my way to it, but I developed acid reflux, so I took a step back.
Do you think that the acid reflux was associated with the ADF?
Kind of, I think so, because I did skip breakfast, and now I can relate a lot of things that you're able to say here. As you know, if you take coffee on an empty stomach, that could definitely trigger it. Perhaps the exercise was not long enough and things like that. And I can relate to all the issues that you have been talking about here, like knee, swollen ankles and things like that. So unfortunately, I got into this state where I went to the gym to lose weight. I got an ACL tear and I had to take 2 steps back. So now I'm trying to get back into it. So I'm just thinking of restarting it by working my way 1 hour every week and then extending the fast, but most likely not going to skip my breakfast this time.
What's the longest protocol you've done?
16-8, 17-7 kind of a thing.
Okay. So let's start back again with that. I think that is a good skip dinner instead of breakfast.
Yeah.
You want to ensure that you are loading up on protein your first meal. It could either be eggs, avocado, and bacon. I've been loving chia seed puddings where it's soaked overnight in kefir. Kefir is a fermented yogurt drink, right? And it's good for your gut, which is going to help you with the acid reflux. The chia seed is full of protein and fiber. And then I'll drop some frozen berries in there. By the time it's ready in the morning, everything is one nice temperature. It's delicious. Drizzle some honey on it if you want like a plant-based breakfast.
Yes.
Okay. You want to make sure you have a lot of protein in that first meal. You can have your coffee. You could have a protein coffee too. That's also an option.
What do you mean by protein coffee? Sorry to interrupt you.
So there's like protein powder.
Yeah.
Maybe like a vanilla one, and you put a scoop inside your coffee. You could have it iced. You would have it iced. And then, blend it up together if you want to have coffee and double up your protein, have it that way. But coffee on an empty stomach, especially as we get older, it doesn't hit the same. We could get away with it when we were in our early 20s, mid 20s, 35 up. It doesn't hit the same. We react differently. You want to have a lot of vegetables and protein in your lunch. Get in some fruits.
Yeah.
Get in some greens and start wrapping it up. So you're going to have to set your time that you're starting your breakfast and the time you're ending your lunch. And then you count your 16 hours from there. I think you could start with 16-8. I think you should start with 16-8 with breakfast as your first and lunch as your last meal.
Yeah.
And see how that goes. Because honestly, for most people, eating at night is going to be the hardest thing for them. Once we can master stop eating at night, OMAD and ADF are going to be a breeze.
Makes complete sense. That's very nice. And I'm a plant-based eater. I don't eat
meat. I figured. That's why I gave you the chia seed. I don't know why, no stereotypes, but I had a feeling because I said eggs and you were like,
No, eggs are okay, but the bacon part, I don't buy meat.
I got you.
That's really smart of you to figure out. Thanks for
Yes,
that.
overnight oats or oatmeal also. And some people put like a scoop of protein powder into their oatmeal and cook it. There's so many options. But yeah, that I would suggest start your 16/8 and have a hard cutoff time before bed.
For sure. Thank you. It's very motivational, and more motivation. I listen to most of your videos every day. It's like I watch YouTube, I got to watch your video kind of thing.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad to help. And I always remember you. I know Levana, so I'm happy to put a face to the name.
Thank you. And I'm glad you have started this session as
Me
live
too.
and addressing, the most important thing in the community that you have. I don't belong, but I have no bias against anybody. I just love to be a part of something where the goal is common. So thanks for letting me in and taking my call.
Oh, of course. I love women, period. Women are my pride and joy. Black women, of course, I'm a Black woman, so I understand us more, but I love women. Women are my heart. So, of course,
that resonates.
you are welcome. All right, Lavanya, please update us. I will do another call in the future. You have to keep me updated how that's going for you, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
All right, you take care and have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. You guys, that night eating. And you could, if you're looking to restart as well, go ahead and try 16/8. Once you are able to master night eating, intermittent fasting is your B. Official beach. Let's see. We do everything for everyone else's validation. We convince ourselves that their wants are ours. No, it took years of deprogramming for me to finally hear my voice. I love that, She. That's a great comment. And it resonates a lot with me because this year I have been working on authenticity. I spoke with Phoebe about ADHD, and one thing women with ADHD do is mask. And masking is the act of for lack of better words, pretending to be normal. Understanding social cues, being what you think other people want you to be. But I've been taking the mask off and being authentically me. And when you're authentic, you're going to attract exactly what's for you, good or bad. But it's at least going to be at the same energy wave as you. So that's been my word of the year is authenticity. Authenticity. I removed the extensions. I removed the nails. I just want to love me and focus on me. Me and mine. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. This was wonderful. If you guys liked the call-in, it's giving another rain. You're loving my tan skin. Thank you. Yeah, I've been baking in the sun. Clavicle down. Ew. I'm supporting my fiance. What? That's the short stroke. Please. Yeah, I'm planning on doing this more often. I really do want to turn the lives into call-ins. Yay or nay? Let me know in the comments and give me a like if you think I should do more call-ins. This was my first one. Hit the like button and give me a thumbs up comment if you are digging the call-ins, if you're finding value from hearing other people in our community chime in, ask questions that you probably have, be inspired, give testimonies. Let me know because this is the first, but if you like it, it won't be the last. I think it's part of my destiny because I kind of want to do a talk show one day in the future if Oprah sees me. Why not? I'm smart. I'm accomplished. I could do that. We need to see locks on screen. Okay. We need to see locks on TV, on NBC. Drew Barrymore ain't got nothing on me. So I need to start practicing. You feel it? You feel it? All right. Next time, back to ADF content, since I got this out of the way, because this has been a long time coming. I hope to chime in again because I've been loving my evenings, dedicating it to the gym, but I got to get the gym out the way early. I need to go to bed on time so I could do the gym in the morning. I could work out in the morning and then have my evenings to you and my kids, okay? You and my kids. So like gym, kids, you. Gym, kids, you. You see how I put me first with the gym? Can't pour out of an empty cup. Remember, you are the sun in your own universe. You are the sun in your own universe, and you know when you're ready to change your life, okay? Thank you for all the thumbs up. I'm going to do more call-ins, okay? On that note, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.